in addition, and we're not going to go in there, but if you're sitting right here, you can see that white thing that sticks out from the window.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're
It's
light shells. So you'll find light shells all around the building. So that's the first thing. The building
Do they
pulls.
have a reflective member on top of
They
it?
do. And it just bounces. So you get filtered light. And of course, you've got the sunshades on the south portion of the building and the west portion of the building because the sun moves, south to west and west to south as the year changes, and that's where you're going to get your most heat gain. So all these sunshades really are to filter light and to prevent the heat gain that you get if you didn't put them up. It's not funky design, and it's not for appearance. It really is a function, and you're always going to find them in this area on the south and the west side of the building, typically. The glass is high UV deflecting glass, so loss of heat gain there too. This little thing right here is just for stopping smoke. The acres no longer. So this has nothing to do with green. So that's the first thing that's right here when you come into the building, right? Then as you go around the building, you're going to see that we got credits for low water use and low water usage landscaping. The scuppers on top of the building run down between, depending on the way they did it, because it's metal paneling. And if you were to look, where the bricks indented, there are panels that come down between the windows, just like a window molding, essentially. But the scuppers are there, it runs the water right down into this landscaping. Landscaping is extremely water-friendly and ground-tolerant. So what you've got out there, for instance, are river birches. River birches are great when the feet are wet, and they're great when it's dry. So you don't have to irrigate. So we got credit for low water usage irrigation and for having what's essentially called a rain garden because you make use of the rainwater that comes off the building. So again, sustainable. You're not throwing anything away. That rainwater gets used. You don't have to use tap water to irrigate.
Let me ask you.
Yeah, that's okay.
They were certified in 2004.
Right.
Which means you got your plaque in 2004.
Right.
The building was completed when?
2004.
In 2004.
In April of that year.
Okay, so it was the same year. Have you had any issues with the landscaping since? I mean, I'm sure you maintain it, but
it is personnel intensive. So you don't want to have a rain garden and go out there and be spraying it with pesticides. So there's hand weeding that has to go on, and so it's labor intensive, but it's part of what you do. This building won the Hampton Roads Green Building Council Award this year for a green building. 6 years into existence because of the way we operate it. Okay, so intensive. Haven't had any problems with the plant material because, like I said, it's drought tolerant, but very accepting of wet feet. So, and those river birches really soak up the water when it's there. So you don't have too much problem with the other plantings. They're all native. They're all native to the area, so they know what the environment's like, what the climate's like, and they do well.
Sure.
Okay.
Let me ask you a couple of
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I'm going to keep asking questions.
Yeah, that's fine.
As soon as you want me to stop.
Now, just ask away.
6 years, so you've been recertified?
I don't know if they've gone back for a recertification or not. Okay. Once I build a building, I turn it over to the other folks.
Okay.
That's a facilities question. I don't believe they're recertified. They may do that. That's really a Doug Alexander question. He's our sustainability guy. Especially since they won the HRBC award this year, I would think you want to go back and recertify.
The other question that I would ask about you commented on the operation of the building. Was the maintenance staff or the facility staff involved in the design and construction of the project? I'm
sure they were involved in the design. Design happened 2 years before I got here. So typically the way that the design process works here at the university is when we get to, we'll typically give the documents to facilities for a quick look at schematics, 35%. They get a hard look at 60% at PDs or preliminary submission. And they get a chance to mark them up. We sit down and have an onboard review with all the folks who are stakeholders. Now, the landscaping typically doesn't come until the end, and Pat King's the landscape architect here on staff, and she pretty much dictates, candidly. I don't fight with her. I mean, she knows what she wants, she knows what she has to do to take care of it, as long as it's within my budget, and we've worked together long enough that that's not an issue. So, facilities is involved all the way through, and they're not only looking at the landscape and looking at the kind of lights we put in, how easy are they to change, how long are they going to live, what's their energy usage, where are the recycling bins, how do we get trash out of here, and that's all obviously part of the, so they're involved in that all the way through.
And that was part of my question was
Yeah.
in regards to the efficiency of the building
Yeah.
and their ability to kind of inhabit it and make it continue.
It's like Claire and I were talking earlier, when we go up to the data center, Rusty Waterfield's going to meet us, he's the AVP for communications and computing. I think one of the reasons that we got the award is the very efficient way he operates that data center. He does it not to get LEED certification, and not necessarily because it's the right thing to do from an environmental standpoint, though I'm sure he thinks that it is. It saves him a hell of a lot of money.
That's a great thing when those two things can come together.
Exactly.
That's what makes
He's not pulling the
makes
power
it
he would
appealing.
use. Yeah.
Sure.
So those are the most notable features when you walk around the outside of the building. You'll see also that we've got electric car charging stations out here. Electric car and cart charging stations. And they actually get used.
That was the next question.
They actually do get used. We have the...
How do you monitor those? Because I'm not familiar with them except for that I've seen them at rest areas.
They're metered just like everything else.
Okay.
And it hasn't been a problem to this point now when the Volt comes out, or the new I guess it's Nissan that's bringing out the next one.
Okay.
If their chargers have the same configuration, then they may have an issue. I don't know. These are the square chargers you typically see on industrial forklifts, if you know what they are.
I do. And so the electric chargers, are they for private vehicles or for university vehicles?
Yeah, for university vehicles.
There you go. That's what I was really trying to
But
understand.
if these new units have compatible receptacles, we may have an issue. So,
Understood.
but this also has the shower facility for people who want to bike, then we use it all.
I was gonna.
Then we use it all. People.
That's one of the credits that I've heard people kind of scoff at.
People reach for whatever they can reach for to get accredited. I don't allow my designers to put them in because they don't use them. And we don't buy energy credits in the future because there's no way to monitor that. We want it in the law. This building got a substantial amount of credits for diverting things from the waste stream, and in part that was because this is an old parking lot site.
Sure.
So you had a lot of conversations. Yeah, you had a lot of asphalt, things like that you could recycle. So I think we were at the 20% level. That sheet would tell you. We got huge stormwater credit. Obviously, we took all this impermeable surface and turned it into what you see. And since the water runs off the roof into a rain garden, you get credit for that as well.
Sure.
So huge stormwater credit. What else? You saw a site, waste stream, construction. Any questions about
I'm imagining
the building envelope or?
No, I'd like to see the outside.
It looks pretty much like you've seen there. Okay. What you'll see when you walk around is really the way the rain garden's constructed. A lot of large stone to force the water down and to do some filtration. Okay. Then you don't have to mulch. You don't have to. Stone helps keep the weed down. There is filter cloth in there to keep some more of the weeds out, and that just helps filter the groundwater. But that's what you're going to see predominantly. You'll see that there are no sunshades on that side of the building or on that side of the building. They're going to be on the south and the west, and that's typically the way they're oriented in this hemisphere.
So that's southwest.
Yeah, south is that way, and west is that way.
How much of the area, since you're on a large facility such as you, how much of the area was constituted as the site? And I'm not looking for specifics. I'm wondering how that was balanced. Do you know what I mean?
Well, typically the way it's done is the limits of construction will extend as far as you can extend them without